Good evening and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. Tonight we are going for a wheat beer. Which one? It's this one. It is the old Franziskaner Hefe Weissbier. And it's a beer I've drunk quite a lot over the years. More of the alcohol free because I find the wheat beer style suits alcohol free a little bit better. It doesn't take quite so much away from the beer. But I've also drunk this version quite a bit as well. But I've not done this version on the channel, so I thought I'd give it a crack today because it's the Brewski's first tasting night on the old Facebook group, so I thought I'd give it a bash for video today. So what can I tell you about it? Well, it's £1.80 or 4 for £6 in Morrison's. It can be bought elsewhere at a similar sort of money. It weighs in at 5% ABV and it's a 500ml bottle. And it is brewed in accordance even, with the Bavarian Purity Laws. So it's really strict on what ingredients they can go in. I believe it's just water, yeast, hops and barley. So yeah, there's really very little in there. So, without further ado, we're going to get it into a glass and enjoy. Now I don't have the correct style glass for this one, but doesn't matter. So the pour is hazy, as you expect for the style. And we want a nice head on this one. There we are. Look at that. So we have a cracking head on that. We have far too many bubbles for my liking up the side of the glass. Bear with. No, not got them all. Anyway. So you've got a nice hazy beer with a good solid off-white head that's nice, tight and compact. I mean, look at that. That you could stick a flake in that quite happily. It's how would I describe that? I would describe it in a particularly unpleasant way, so we'll refrain from that. But it's something you probably want to go for antibiotics for. Anyway, it looks good. It's got that nice, rich. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. It's got a nice opacity to it. It's a nice looking beer. So we're not going to smell much through the giant head that we have, but we're going to go for it anyway. And it smells exactly as it always has to me. Bready, yeasty, warming, inviting. There is a slight spice to it, not in a big way, but there's just a little bit of spice coming through behind those yeasty bread notes. Ever so slightly smoky as well. I don't think it is a smoke beer, never sort of checked that out, but you know, it's just that hint of something on the nose. So, let's have a taste. Cheers. There is that bready flavour. The hops are there, they're very much sort of sitting in the background. This is all about the malty flavours. Malt, yeast, it's delicious. It's very stereotypical of the style, and I know there are people out there who could far better describe this one than I can. But all I know is it's bready, malty, tasty, and I'd say that little bit of spice. It's almost like a coriander type thing coming through. Yeah, it's a lovely warming beer. And we're at the time of year, you know, we're now in October. It's a beer that you can sit and enjoy cold, or you can enjoy it a little bit warmer. And when it's warmer, I mean, this one is fridge cold, but when it's warmer, it allows those yeasty bready flavours to come really to the fore and just give you that little bit of a lift that you need in this time of year. It's got a good body to it. It's not heavy, medium. The finish is short, sweet and malty, as you'd kind of expect. It's all round a very nice, easy drinking beer. Like I say, I've sat and drunk many of these over the years and enjoyed every single one. So, Terrible review for me on this one, I must admit. There's not really many ways I can describe a wheat beer. They're all very much the same. But Franziskaner, what do I think of you? Would I buy you again? Well, I have done many times. Do I rush out and buy it though? I don't. But that's only because I like my beers big, smashing, in your face with hops. You know, I like them big, bold, and this is a very sensible beer. You know, it's not out there in terms of flavour. It's safe, it's tasty, it's enjoyable, it's consistent, and that is key as well. But it just doesn't set my world on fire. Now, I say I wouldn't rush out and buy it again, but I would definitely buy it again, and I do every so often. I probably haven't had one for about 6 months, so that's a fair inclusion in the would buy again but not in a rush bracket. Is it close to wanting to rush out and buy again? Not really, no. It's, like I say, it's too safe for me. Flavour wise, enjoyable, warming, wintry type of beer. So I'm going to give the old Franziskaner Weissbier 3.5 out of 5 on the old Untappd score sheet of joy, which by my standards seems pretty poor. On the Untappd standards it's pretty good. I enjoy it. You might not. If you've not tried it, definitely do. It's worth a try. You might love it, as many do. So, before I waffle on inanely about a beer that I enjoy but not in a big way, I'm going to say, down there are some buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got like, comment, dislike and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And let me know in the comment section below if you have tried the old Franziskaner. And let me know what you think of it. On that note, that's been a beer. I've been Nick, and I will see you again soon for another video. Bye.